Yo, what's up? It's DJ ISC, Soul Selectors Crew, Partners in Rhyme. We're here at Leona's in Hyde Park. I'm with my girl Kim Shine, and we're going to talk about this incorporated mixtape and this Partners in Rhyme project.
How y'all doing? Okay, so anywho, can you just introduce the project? Like, what's going on with the whole incorporated mixtape? How did you get started with this? What inspired it for you?
Sure, absolutely. The incorporated mixtape. What inspired it for me, honestly, was my students. I teach at Columbia College. I teach DJing, and I wanted to have something concrete to show to my students what they could do with the skill set that they were learning.
Right.
And just me being a DJ and a producer, just naturally I was thinking project. I have some other production projects under my belt. I did a jazz series called the Afterset series. We had real good success with that, got real good critical acclaim and feedback with that. But because my students are younger, I thought the jazz might snooze them out. Absolutely. So the first incorporated mixtape, Volume 1, was exclusively hip hop. So I wanted to do a series of hip hop and house, like mix CDs, with all original music.
Okay.
So that's what inspired it. That's where it came from.
Nice.
And then it just grew legs from there.
And this is why we're sitting here right now.
Absolutely.
So I mean, like, who did you get for this project? Like, how did you get all the artists? Because I know you have male and female MCs on here, and I mean they're multifaceted artists too. So they write, they sing, everything. So tell me a little bit more about them.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful thing to be working with the caliber MCs that I'm working with. Because for me, an MC is an MC.
Right.
So if you're dope, if you can rhyme, you're dope and you can rhyme.
Right.
Whether you're male or female. So I started out with some artists that I have already known and that I had already been working with. And then from there, the energy just kind of grew. And I met some new artists and some new people that were able to jump on board the project. And, everything else just kind of sprung from there. So a couple of the veteran MCs are just people that I've known in the business and throughout the years, of DJing and working with the Soul Selectors and doing, shows and events here in Chicago. So those veteran MCs are my man Al Maston, my girl Janetta the Stylist, my Soul Selector brother Big Chud, who also he DJs, produces, and MCs. So my man Big Chud is a triple threat, and probably a couple more skills, but I'll let him tell y'all about that. Shout out Big Chud. After that, I met some other local underground artists, Cash and Dilly. I actually met them while I was working and DJing at the spot where I'm the musical director at Tantrum in the South Loop, down on State Roosevelt.
It's a nice place.
It's a very nice place. Yeah, shout out Tantrum, man. What's up? I met Cash and Dilly down there, and they approached me, and we were building about some of the music that I was playing. And from there, they told me that they MC, and we just kind of grew from there, working together. You know what I'm saying? They also produce their own beats, but they're able to jump on my beats too.
Right.
So that whole teamwork issue is real big right there.
Take some of the stress off of you, kind of.
Take some of the stress off of me. Absolutely.
Right.
Spread love. Plus, like the beats that they come up with are dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like when I met them at Tantrum, they were inquiring about one of my beats, but then they were also telling me about their beats, and they gave me one of their beats to play, and it sounded slick. I was able to throw it in the set.
Oh, now, who are the rest of the newbies? Because, I mean, you have, like, a lot of veteran MCs and whatnot, but who are these new kids coming in?
Yo, these new kids, man, they really impressed me. I'm thoroughly impressed just with their skill sets and their knowledge of the music, of hip-hop, and just, the business in general. Two of them I actually met at Columbia College. I met them at an event where there was a question and answer session with my man Ninth Wonder. Shout out my man Ninth Wonder. And I met this young cat. He goes by the name Microphone Jordan. And he was at the event. He was talking to Ninth, and as he was talking to Ninth, it came about that he MC'd. And when he said his MC name, Microphone Jordan, that just floored me. Yeah, because I'm like, anybody walking around calling themselves Microphone Jordan, there's got to be something to it.
Right.
And so I approached him, I told him what I was doing with the incorporated mixtape, and I invited him out to a session. He came out, and he impressed me from day one. Right. So he was able to live up to the hype that his name projects. Exactly, absolutely. So shout out my man Microphone Jordan. The other artist that I met down there, a young artist, is an artist by the name of Yaki. Yaki. I call her Yaki. Yaki, she was down there, and the questions that she was asking and the way she was dialoguing with Ninth Wonder, it was so impressive because she was so professional, she was so business orientated, and the questions were just real thorough and intelligent. And it just impressed me. I said, that's a young lady I would like to work with, you know. And I wasn't able to catch up to her at the event, but I was able to connect with Jordan, and I know they were both students. So I gave Jordan my card. I told him, when you see her, tell her to give me a call.
Right, so who else was in the crew?
We had my man Cliff Notes, who we actually met after our first show, our first performance together.
Okay.
We met Cliff Notes and his partner Ed D, and he said he wanted to jump on. So he jumped on. You know, I invited him out to a session. He came out and clicked. We actually have another young artist by the name of Young Ash. And my business partner, Mike Saunders, met him, saw him performing at one of the Chicago Park Festivals over the summer.
Oh, okay.
And he told him to give me a call. And he did, and we built over the phone, and I invited him out to the studio. From the first time he got in the studio, I answered the door and walked him right to the microphone. And just like, go do what you do.
Just do it.
You know, I had emailed him a beat, and I told him to write to it.
Okay.
And so when he arrived at the studio, I was actually prepping that beat.
Okay.
So I said, all right, come on in, and I walked him right to the microphone, gave him the headphones, and I left him in there, and that was it. And he jumped on the beat and he attacked it. He wasn't scared. You know what I mean? And Young Ash, he has a real good work ethic. So really impressive. He's young, he's hungry, he wants to learn, he's eager to learn, he's receptive to feedback, and he gives results after he gets feedback. So real good dude. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? We got my man Jern.
Okay.
We got Jern and B-Boy. Cash and Dilly brought them in. Like everybody, the collective, we all work together, but we all have outside, you know, relationships outside of the collective.
I was definitely going to ask you about that, so yeah.
Yeah, so Cash and Dilly brought in some of their people, and that happens to be Jern and B-Boy.